Russian forces are continuing their assault on Bakhmut. The aggressors' main objective on this section of the front is to cut off the supply lines leading from Konstantinovka. In recent weeks, the Russian infantry has stepped up operational activities. This past weekend, Ukrainian forces carried out a counterattack that made it possible to temporarily push back the Russians. Basically, the Ukrainians really only have this middle road left. The other two are either cut or under constant fire from the Russian side. The situation for the Ukrainian side in Bakhmut is very difficult. The situation is worse by far to the north of the city, although the Ukrainians also have to withdraw gradually in the eastern part. Over the past 24 hours near the front line, the Russians have carried out 5 airstrikes and 13 missile strikes. The missiles hit residential areas in 25 localities. Meanwhile, Russian drones struck Khmelnytsky, among other places. Tonight, the explosions broke out. It turned out to be a Shahid drone attack. Unfortunately, members of the rescue team were injured here. For this city, it was the worst night of the year. Moldovan President Mir Sandu announced that Russia will stage a coup in Chisinau. NATO Deputy Secretary General Mircea Geoana said that the occupation of Moldova is not possible because Russia has not achieved any military successes in the Odessa area from which a possible attack would be possible. Moreover, any potential aggression will be preceded by cyber attacks. In 2006, the Kremlin tried to use its entire arsenal of hybrid warfare in Montenegro. Now it could do the same in Moldova. Moldova's army numbers 4,000 soldiers. Experts say that in the event of a Russian attack, Chisinau would not be able to defend itself. Indeed, a fragment of Moldovan lands in Transnistria have been occupied by the Russian army illegally for several decades. There are about 200 Russian soldiers there. This is a country that has been torn apart by conflicts for many years, and simply a weak country with a weak economy cannot maintain a strong army. The 52nd session of the United Nations Human Rights Council began today. The priority of the session is the extension of the mandate for the investigative body set up to look into crimes in Ukraine.
Of the Ukraine has triggered the most massive violations of human rights we are living today. It has unleashed widespread death, destruction and displacement. Attacks on civilians and civilian infrastructure have caused many casualties and terrible suffering.
The European Commission has announced the launch of a joint initiative between the European Commission and Poland regarding Ukrainian children abducted to Russia. Details are expected to be announced in the coming days. Addressing the issue is one of Poland's conditions for accepting the 10th package of sanctions against Russia.